Hello, and welcome back to this playthrough of Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. I am Scutlist, and we are continuing our mopping up of the second visits to the various Disney worlds. This episode, we're looking to start the second visit to Port Royal. Unlike previous episodes, I'm not sure if I can fit this all into one episode because my memories are kind of vague, but I recall the second visit to Port Royal being something of a wild goose chase. And it has a boss battle that has an annoying gimmick that really drags out the fights. But we'll talk about that gimmick once we actually get to that boss fight. I think we actually fight that boss twice in this visit, but I could be wrong. What's coming from the port? Think the developers forgot to put in a weird scream sound effect, but anyway, let's get to investigating.
Jack!
Zola, some assistance?
That's Sora, Donald, and Goofy.
Will you leave a mate to perish?
Aye, aye.
Anyway, Barbossa's pirate crew is back, but we won't be seeing any of Barbossa here. And alas, the time where the pirates were actually interesting opponents is a thing of the past. I still can't jump high enough to grab that puzzle piece, so we'll just save it for later. Oh, that didn't take much convincing. Off to the island. Before the end of this second visit to Port Royal, we'll be investigating that shipwreck on the right side of the map. Anyway, the Isla de Mureta? I'm not sure how that's pronounced. And ambushes are still a thing. If you don't want to fight an ambush, you can just run below deck. I'm not sure if it's exactly below deck, but anyway. Apparently the pirates can't muster up the brain power to open up a door. Well, they are dead.
Interceptor off the starboard bow!
Will! Stop that, Jack! We've got to rescue him! Will! Wake up!
Elizabeth,
What happened?
the medallions, and the stone chest. Someone's taken them. Next thing I knew, we were attacked. But I couldn't see who it was. His face was shrouded in a black hood.
The organization.
We found a way out of the cave. But the villains sent a horde of terrible creatures after us. I've never seen their likes before. I think I'm the only one who made it back to the ship.
Will.
Elizabeth, I feel rather...
Our turn, guys.
You'd best go prepared. We've no idea what's out there.
Pardon me, lads and lass, but your captain will have no monsters today. Thank you. We're turning for home.
Just like that?
Just like that.
Alrighty then, go back on deck and we're going to have a bit of an intrusion.
Don't remember inviting you.
Looks like Jack Sparrow's psychic. He foresaw the fact that Luxord was going to teleport onto the ship.
The darkness of men's hearts, drawn to these cursed medallions, and this heartless, a veritable maelstrom of avarice. I wonder, are they worthy to serve Organization 13?
And you want an answer now?
Precisely.
Okay, here's that boss I was talking about with the gimmick that draws out the fights. I'm not sure if I don't think the gimmick is present in this fight, though. Anyway, this particular Heartless is known as the Grim Reaper. It probably does not look like what you imagine a Grim Reaper would look like, but considering the Aztec theme of the curse and such in this world, I'm willing to bet this thing is based off of some Aztec belief. Yeah, this fight, it doesn't really put up much of a fight at all, does it? But I get a new horizontal slash. And Goofy learns draw. I guess he wants to get into a remake of Final Fantasy VIII.
Not over yet.
Throw him overboard.
Aye, aye.
Parleying!
Excuse me?
Barley?
It's a bit of the pirate's code. Anyone who invokes parley must not be harmed till negotiations are complete.
This is no time for rules.
True. But as we're honorable pirates, we should always stick to the code. Alright, you. Out with it.
I surrender the chest with my humblest apologies.
Rather accommodating of you, mate. And for that you want...
Just a few souvenirs. For the memories.
Huh?
Oh no! We can't stop the curse unless we got all the medallions!
Our friend's about to learn what it means to cross a pirate.
Oh.
Sora, Donald, Goofy, it's yours.
Fire!
You stole a medallion again?
Were I only that fortunate.
So, how come you're all skeleton-y?
Perhaps I got a touch of something from that monster what attacked us. Yet, why is the skin resting right on you three?
'Cause we're not greedy. What do you get to that?
That still doesn't solve the mystery.
Gorge, maybe the reason we're all okay is because we're not from this world.
You must situate yours.
Yeah. We're always just passing through. Wonder when we'll see home again.
Sure.
Just kidding you. Lucky we didn't get cursed, huh?
Quit yammering, mates. We've got to find ourselves a ship that'll float.
Hey, don't go forward. There was a chest right behind you.
There!
Oh, a summon. I could have gone without that. But puzzle piece. Anyway, we are now in that shipwreck part of the map I pointed out earlier.
Yeah!
And we need to find those four nobodies that stole medallion pieces. After we do that, we can get to our boss fight. And of course we have to put up with this again. At least the current area seems to be generous with its puzzle pieces. That's something. And be sure to not mistake Skeleton Jack as an enemy. I actually recall that throwing me off quite a few times way back in the day on the PS2.
A medallion! Get it!
It's over!
Well, that wasn't much of a fight.
Three more to go.
How do you know?
A pirate must have a keen eye, else he won't be sailing free for very long. Savvy?
What? What's that?
Ahoy, mateys!
Ridiculous imitation, and yet I'm flattered.
Right, this is the thing that kind of stretches out our second visit. We have to walk around and hold on. We have to go around the world and find the various medallions. I'm not interested in fighting ambushes. Larxine's absent silhouettes? But that's not what we're looking for.
It's over!
Oh, another medallion already. But where? It must be behind one of these
This is it.
things of powder crates.
It's over.
That's 3 of the medallions. Okay, I don't remember the medallions being that easy to get, but I'm not complaining. And they can get kind of annoying with that. There we go. Okay, perhaps we will be able to do all of Port Royal in one episode.
That's 4 medallions. We got them all.
The medallions ended up being much less hassle than I remembered them being.
Man, we'll find it.
Probably in Port Royal.
Why's that?
Organization 13 is after people's hearts, so they're gonna go wherever there's lots of people.
They'll hurt the townsfolk?
No, they're bringing them flowers, mate. I don't know who these organizers are, but I will say they're making we pirates look like proper gents.
Well, Jack. Then, we have to help.
Then let go and hold her run free.
Okay, before we go anywhere, let's go to the save spot to restore our stats. And let's get Goofy's magic up as well. Oh, if there had been another ambush, I would have just gone below deck again.
Go, he's for me.
Now, to break that curse.
The curse, it's gone!
Then what's this?
Oh, I understand. Jack must have been cursed by that monster, not from taking the gold.
Oh, I've no worries then.
It's okay, Jack. We'll just have to defeat the monster, that's all.
Get the gold!
Yeah, the cutscene kind of explains the gimmick for this fight. You need every last gold medallion in the chest. If you do not do that, you cannot damage it. I forgot how you make it drop its gold, though. Ah, yes, hit it with magic. And now we can get to actually attacking him. It can take the gold out of the chest again, just so you're aware. Yeah, it's hard, just did that. Fortunately, we have a reaction command that allows us to take a lot of the gold it steals. Its attack strategy isn't really any more complicated than what it showed back on the ship, so once it's invincible, it's a pretty simple fight. Well, I don't think it showed that attack, but by and large, it's not any more complicated than it was back then. Yeah, it's not a hard fight, but the gimmick of the fight really drags it out. And here we go with this again. No, wait, it hasn't. Oh, no, wait, it did steal from the chest. It stole every last coin in the chest. And because I just used a cure spell, I need to wait for my magic meter to come back. Oh, this is one? Okay. This is one fight I'd recommend you have Donald rather than Goofy for. Hopefully we can get that reaction command again. I'm not 100% sure how to trigger it. Surely I have it. Yeah, I do have an ether. See, getting kind of low on magic. Oh, not today, buddy. Now then, that ether I was trying to use. Based on the boss's current health, I think that once I refill the chest again, I'll probably be able to finish the fight at that point. And let's see if we can get this to an end now. And an upgrade to our magnet elements. Yeah, that is not a fun boss fight. It's not hard, just not fun.
All better.
And not quite, mate.
Sora! Bravo.
Just who was that chap?
He is part of an organization that's collecting hearts. First, they release Heartless into different worlds. We defeat those Heartless, then they get the hearts. We're never gonna stop them like this.
What's the plan, then?
We gotta find their stronghold and finish them off, once and for all.
Sailing these waters, I've heard some tales, but not a one like this.
Is there any way we can help?
Anything at all.
There is.
The next Ansem reports, and that concludes our second visit to Port Royal.
It's certain we don't need the likes of that hooded fellow and the Heartless about. They'll ruin the market for us true pirates.
So that's why you went to Port Royal. And we thought you actually wanted to save everyone.
A pirate always looks to profit, Miss Swan.
Too bad. You had us going there thinking you turned over a new leaf.
The question is, what's beyond the leaf, savvy?
Oh yes. A reward. And what'll it be?
That lovely blade of Sora's.
Huh? Okay, sure.
Hold on, that was far too easy. What's the rub? Now there, you see?
Well, you've always got the pearl, Jack.
That I do. But someday I'll gather a bloodthirsty crew and come to take that blade. Chance by then, I'll have the way to wield it. And if I succeed, I'll ask you two to join me. That'd be reward enough.
Done.
Maybe someday Jack will be able to use the Keyblade after all.
Why's that?
Yeah, he and Sora are kind of alike, don't you think?
Are not.
Kingdom Hearts laughing
Some
segments.
say Jack
They
Sparrow
feel
was the
so
worst pirate
forced.
ever to sail the Spanish Main.
No one could really mean that.
Right. We know he's the best.
I hope we'll get to see him again.
But anyway, that takes care of our second visit to Port Royal.
Yeah, but it's still all cloudy and kind of fuzzy. Well, we know one thing for sure. What's that? Whenever Sora, Donald, and Goofy go out and help folks, the reading gets stronger. Gee, I wonder why. Hey, Sora, we're gonna try to find out more about this reading. And while we do, you fellas just keep on questing. We really are counting on you guys.
Okay, with Port Royal completed, Agrabah and Halloween Town have reappeared. We'll still need to complete them before the Pride Land to reappear, because they've just straight up vanished. So then, our next episode, we will be looking at Agrabah. Until then, I hope you enjoyed this somewhat lengthy episode, and I'll see you next time.